Mom? Here we are. Where are we going today?
We're going to Louisville to the Mid-America Truck Show.
Cool.
And see all the semis. Of course, I don't know how we can see any more than there are here at the Loves at Pittsburgh.
They are stacked here at Love's.
Stack them deep and sell them cheap.
We're got fuel, and I'm pretty excited.
$100.
Spent $108 or $9 on fuel, and it was a little less than half full. So, you know, thanks, Creepy Joe.
Mm-hmm.
And I don't want to hear excuses from anybody out there. So I'm pretty excited. I went to this show probably 30 some years ago. I thought it was really neat and just never took the time or took the opportunity to go back, and decided this year we're going to do it. The missus has never been.
I've never been.
And from what I gather, everybody that I've heard and talked to, it's a lot bigger now than it was, and it's a lot bigger because I know it wasn't last year, and I don't think they had the year before because of the PRC virus. And it's the 50th anniversary of the show. So from what I gather, it is packed. It's at the fairgrounds, Louisville, and there's manufacturers there. There's all kinds of show trucks. They've had to expand the parking lot a couple of times for the show trucks. And it ought to be something. I mean, what's amazing is some of those show trucks, guys are actually running them to make a living every day and keep them that nice and that good shape. That's pretty amazing. And so anyway, we'll report in later on. See ya.
See ya.
It could be something there.
Yeah, it's there.
I think that dually out there is mine. Oh, for sure. There's some of the trucks. Well, this is just one aisle at the MATS show in the first building we've been in. There's no way we can see it all day. Alley chrome plating truck, sharp looking, 59 Peterbilt. We'll go look on the inside. The inside. Got this cool looking cab over.
Headed home, we'll be there soon. God and a little love. drive truck. That's what we do.
This truck is pretty nice.
They transport freight.
When this guy comes in and says, check the air in the tires, you're going to be a while. You're going to be a while, not it. Get the sleeper on our new cat. Actually, it wouldn't be a cat because they don't make truck engines anymore, but okay, live action.
Live and in color.
Live in color. There's the big black dog.
You probably can't see the big black
I
dog.
can't see him, but
Yet.
he's in here. He's right down here. So this is kind of an intermission video from the MATS show. What's MATS?
Mid-America Truck Show in Louisville, Kentucky.
And we got there. We spent most of the morning or late morning in 2 rooms inside, and then we decided we were going to go outside while it wasn't raining because it was threatening to rain.
And it was colder than Billy Whiz outside.
It was kind of cool, and it was windy.
Windy.
And to make even worse, the show trucks were on the north side of the building, or northeast, and so it was cold. I kind of feel bad for the people in the show entered, and it kind of made bad for spectators because everybody was more hunkered down than, because the judging had been done that morning. That was Friday morning. I think the judging was done on Friday morning or Friday. So there wasn't, you think the car shows, nice weather, sitting out in lawn chairs, but
They were sitting in lawn chairs.
sitting in lawn chairs, it was kind of cool.
It was a little
So
windy.
it'd been interesting to talk to more people outside. It was just, there wasn't a lot of people to really talk
No.
to talk to.
No,
They were
because they
just
weren't
sitting
at
out.
their trucks.
And it was too cold. It was just chilly. The missus thought it was pretty darn cold, but
I did.
it was a good show.
A lot of pretty trucks.
Those pretty trucks. We talked to some people we wanted to talk to. We did. The Rotella rep, to find out why we couldn't. Rotella was hard to get because in the Ghost truck, which is my dually, 7.3 diesel, I use Shell Rotella 1540 probably 98% of the time, and using buy a 2.5 gallon jug. I use a 2.5 gallon jug just to give you detail, and a gallon jug, and I usually use a quart of either Lucas synthetic stabilizer or a Hot Shots secret additive for the oil. And but no, you can't hardly find 2.5 gallon jugs, and so she told us that it was a supply issue. More than one thing. She said
Right.
she's talking about additives that they were having trouble getting, and it's just hard to get. And I was at one place the other day to see if they had any on the shelf, and they said they couldn't get any at all. But I did find some. So anyway, you can see behind us, the missus picked all those up for the grand boys. They love those. They're just rubber trucks.
Rubber trucks.
You know, And that was not all of them. I turned her off after however many there is there. 6. There were still more companies.
There was still more. He said we didn't need that many, but
We didn't need that
I
many.
really thought we did.
I guess the black dog ones.
I think the black
he,
dog ones
he
are.
can wait. He can wait a minute. So what else did we?
Well, the 2 rooms had, you could find anything for a semi, and you could get a job with any semi company. Or any other company.
Right. And that's,
Everybody was fine.
Yeah, that's everybody from everything from
rooms-
truck driver to logistics to financing to insurance to fuel.
Mechanics, everything.
Mechanics, everybody's looking for people.
Yeah.
And literally, we could have probably walked out of there easily with,
15 jobs.
yeah,
A piece.
if we'd wanted to.
A piece.
You know, even at our stage in life. But
I don't know what he means by that.
we chose not to.
We chose not to.
Although some of it, it'd be 30 or 40
We'd
years
make
ago.
a good team
The offer,
driver.
if these offers would have been available, 20 or 30 years ago, they're just, and it doesn't matter what you're interested in doing. There's jobs out there. If there were these opportunities years ago, as easily available, might have been doing something else. We've been doing it on the road somewhere. I'd have to get a new Peterbilt, so to speak. But
So to speak.
we won't go there. Coffee. See what? Got the trucks. We got us another fuel card. If you guys out there with diesels, pickups or whatever, there's some fuel cards out there that give you a little bit of discount on diesel fuel. Normally you have to get fuel on the backside at the truck stop, which is where I love to get fuel anyway. And because I love truck stops. I love to go stop at truck stop. And nothing any more peaceful, 3 or 4 o'clock in the morning, stop and get fuel at a truck stop. I love it. But that's just me. And just a lot of vendors giving away things.
Which they haven't done the last.
Yeah, most things you go to anymore, it's very limited what vendors give away. Not
We
at
got all
this show.
kinds of goodies.
Yeah, and if you know the missus, you can't have too many ink pens or little tape measures or notepads or sticky
Headlamps.
notes, headlamps, posters, calendars.
That's right.
Besides,
Tape
everybody
measures,
had a basket of candy sitting out.
Yep.
So
Yep.
you get a little Snicker bar or a little Milky
there
Way
were-
bar.
2 huge rooms, and then there was, I don't know how many rooms, but we kind of glanced in a couple of them.
I think, and they were all full. I mean, we went in everywhere. After we came in from outside.
We walked everywhere. We went through
walked-
the 2 big ones first.
Yeah, just because they kind of beat the crowd. Because we showed up at the parking lot that morning,
There was nobody.
nobody there, but we were there 45 minutes before the doors opened. So then people started showing up, and then we went inside, and I don't know what you would call that, a big atrium or whatever to get inside. Before they'd actually let you in, start letting you in the rooms, which was at 10 o'clock. But the guy did let us in about 10 minutes early because it started to be a crowd. And interesting side note, we're standing in line to get in, and this fella from the UK standing behind me, and we started talking. Of course, they don't speak real English in England, but it's kind of hard to understand because he
Yeah.
had a real thick brogue, English brogue,
And talked real fast.
talked real fast,
He
and
was
he
pretty
had flown over from England. He's
Looking for a job.
looking for a job, but he's having trouble finding a sponsor. You have to get a sponsor to get a work visa, and he is a trucker in England, but he wants to finish out his career in the United States and retire here. Imagine that, people want to come to the United States, and but he wants to work, and but he's having trouble finding a sponsor. So that's an issue we didn't even know there was. And then we were talking to a guy about he had storage bins, like you see people, you for wherever, vacation or around the house, these plastic storage bins, and we were looking at them.
Kind of a tote.
Yeah, tote. And he asked us what we were looking for, and I said, well, kind of want something that's got a seal on top. And I told him I keep an assortment of tools in her truck, and in my truck and in the camper, but I want the one I've got in my truck is sealed, so if it gets wet, it's don't have to worry about rain. Hers is not, so we have to be careful. We have the windows open. Anything in the camper shell, or happen to have it sitting outside, it will get wet. I've cleaned
We've
tools
cleaned them.
a couple of times at least with WD-40 after moisture gets in there.
It's not fun.
It's not fun. So we told him the story, and then by that time, apparently the owner of this company, it's a new company. They're making product in South Carolina, right? I think that's what he said.
I think South Carolina.
And he started talking, and I looked at him like the guy from England. I
He
said,
wasn't from around
"She's
here.
not from around here, are you?" And he was from South Africa. So he was very interested in what we were talking about and what we were looking for. So from what we understand and what he said, he's going to send us a new design storage container, tote, to use as a toolbox. So
He took our information, our phone
Information and-
numbers and
yeah,
address and everything.
oh, that
Said he
brings,
would mail it.
mail it to. That brings
or
me to something
deliver it.
else. We're walking through the first room, and every once in a while somebody say, "Hey Jeff, what's going on in Jamestown?"
Oh yeah.
And I'd look at her and
We don't know these
we
people.
don't know these people. Where do they know who I am, and let alone from Jamestown? Well, we have to look on these cards.
It doesn't
Name.
cost anything to go to the truck show, but you register, and then when you go in, they take the number and they print this out, and you wear it, so then they can be more personal, I guess, more
Personal, and there's a,
more personable,
Kind
more
of a-
personal. Yeah.
what do you call those things?
QR code.
QR codes. They can scan that and have all your information, because we had the toolbox guy did.
Toolbox guy did.
And then somebody else, maybe the oil,
Oh,
I don't know who else it was, scanned and they know all your information. So if you want information,
they can send it
they
to you.
can send it to
with
you.
that.
They have it, and it goes into their system. I think that truck shop guy
Oh, the
that I talked to,
mhm.
and was kind of cool. Like I said, like Mrs. said, anybody can go to this show, and
And everybody has to register.
you have to.
Separate.
You can register that day, and you have to register. Like I have to register, she has to register,
Right.
and we can't take a guest, but they can register.
Right.
So I think they do it for this reason, and they do it, you know, it
So
probably
you're somebody rather
it
than-
probably restricts few people just walking in, I guess, maybe. I don't know but I know I went 40, probably close to 40 years ago.
Probably.
The only time I'd ever been. The missus had never been. And I knew we had to register. I didn't register. Somebody, I don't know who I went with. I went with somebody. They must have pre-registered and had an extra spot. That somebody wasn't going, because I went with them, and I knew I didn't have to do anything. You didn't have to buy a ticket. You just went. But it's grown a lot since that time. The show trucks was pretty amazing. And most of these show
I
trucks.
think there's there was 200 or a little over 200 show
Said
trucks.
we met one of the semi-casual guys,
Mhm.
if you've ever watched their YouTube videos, but on one of their videos they said there was well over 200 registered, and they thought the
200
show
showed
was
it.
200 actual at the show. So that was pretty amazing, because most of these trucks are daily drivers.
Mhm.
I mean, some of them they just take the shows in limited, but some of these guys got them.
Yeah, they're work trucks.
They're work trucks.
They're their
You know, so they
bread and butter.
it takes a lot for them to show up and spend almost a week,
Mhm.
you know, and not trucking anything, plus getting them cleaned up. But you know, there's people there, portable wash people, washing trucks. You got people there that are polishing aluminum and chrome and stainless, and anything to do with semis. So anyway, we'll get off the video, and you'll see the second half, and it was a good show,
It was pretty fun.
pretty fun, and here we go. See ya. Oh, how are you guys out there? You need to like, give us a thumbs up, and subscribe. It doesn't cost you anything. You don't get bombarded with any information, but it helps us out. One of these days we'd like to be monetized, which is You have to have so many viewers. You have to have viewers, but y'all have people to subscribe. Because they like to stick little commercials in these videos and help pay for all this, because you know it's free advertising for somebody, and it'll probably be related to trucks or insurance or something like that. So anyway, subscribe and like. Getting ready for the tractor pulls, I think tomorrow, I believe. The sled trucks here. Another cat. Back and look at the door.
Semi-casual guy right there. That's a semi-casual.
Oh, walking ahead of us?
Yeah.
Semi-casual guy.
Yes, sir.
How's it going?
Good.
A lot of trucks.
Thank you.
Nice truck. So you got her done?
We did. Just barely.
Safety arms they'll put out when they're unloading fuel. This will be a work truck. That on the ground. Look the fenders. Look the back fenders. See the focus in right there.
Yeah.
That's a pretty truck. That's sharp looking, isn't it? Too much to see. hauler here.
Can I take a photo with the purple one?
This is a recreational vehicle. It's an RV, Clark. You gotta see this truck. That's when somebody would rather be blown. Oh, listen to that run. That's pretty cool. No, you're fine. You're fine. Pretty cool. Rotator wrecker.
Bubba, look at all these semis.
There's a truck you don't see very often, auto car. It's a new one on me. There's the Bandit. I had to eliminate the audio in this one because of the music in the background, but I wanted you to know that this was painted by Davis Brothers down toward Evansville, and that's a legendary Peterbilt gray, the darker gray that I want to paint our truck. On this truck are unbelievable. Pretty sure this is the one we were at Davis Brothers last spring. last fall. We're pretty sure this was the truck they were working on right then. Davis Brothers painted truck. We're sitting beside the tractor. These are all, I think that's a Chevy, I believe. I think that's International, I think. Well, at least we found one Ford tractor. The Jay Leno ride.
Good work.
Well, we survived the Mats show. Long time since I've been. First time for the missus. What'd you think?
It was pretty neat, pretty cool. Lot of stuff, a lot of trucks,
A lot of trucks.
nice trucks,
A lot of vendors.
a lot of vendors.
I think
Anything
to do with trucks.
you can think of,
Yeah.
and more.
And God bless you. God bless America. Say a prayer for somebody today. See ya.